Hello, welcome back to the class. Today we are going to be discussing the today function. Oh, I said today, we are discussing today function. Yes, that's just what the function does. It gives you the current date, that is the date of today. So, what is your today? It depends on when you are watching this video. That's when it is your today. But if you want to find out what your current date is, you use the date function. So follow me into the class as we see how this function can be used. Hello, welcome back to the class. Now, today we are going to be looking at the today function. So today we are looking at today. Now, this function simply takes the date, the today function name with no parameter. So what it means is that between the brackets, you don't have any parameter. All you just need to do is equals today, and you have today's date. So the beautiful thing about this is that by tomorrow, you are going to have tomorrow's date. So today function is always updated every day to give you a current date. So what this function does is to just give you a current date. That's just it. But you can tweak the today function to suit your task. For instance, you can say equal sign today plus 1, and that will give you tomorrow's date. You can put equal sign today plus 10. That will give you 10 days ahead of now. And you can also say equal sign today minus 10. That gives you 10 days before now. Okay? And so you can always use the sign to create your date value. So you can put minus 1, minus 10, minus 20. Depends on what kind of value you are looking for. So the today function can be used arithmetically. So you can add it, you can add arithmetic value, the plus, and particularly the minus to create another day. You can also use the today function with other functions. Okay, you can use it with other functions to create another value that you are looking out for. We are going to be using it quite a lot in some of the tasks that we want to perform, but let me just use a simple example. Now, we have an invoice date, and then we have the due date, and then we have the current date. So now with this, let's say my invoice date is, so I'm in the month of February now, 2025. So let's say my invoice date is February 10th, 2025. My due date is this date plus 20. So that is 20 days ahead. The current date is today. So I can have something like this. Let's see. So I have progressive date. Then I have progressive date. All right. So now let's just assume that we have like this. And then, so we may want to know how many days is the invoice for now. So we can say this day minus the invoice day is 8 days. Even though this is 20 days, each of these invoices are added, we have 20 added. But with the current date, we have idea of how many days is left for this invoice to be due. Okay, let me see if this is correct. Um, yes, it is. Yes, it is. So this is not how many days it is left, but this is how many days the invoice has gone so far. Away from the invoice date. So today is 8 days. This invoice days to today is 7 days. This particular one today is 2 days. So this was issued 2 days ago. So you are able to know how many days the invoice has been issued based on the current date. And you can still use this minus this, to get the number of days. But of course, we know that it's 20 days that is added to each of the day. But we want to know how far it has gone out of the 20 days. So with this, we know that this has gone 8 days out of the 20 days. Okay? So you can still work your mathematics to know how many days is left between this day and this day, subtracting this date from this date will give you how many days is left. All right. So that is the today function. So I used it just for this simple example. So there are quite a lot of things that you can use it for, but this is another good idea. All right. So this is why I'm going to stop on the today function. So see you in another session when we'll be discussing another great date function. Bye for now.